Especially with addition.
Okay? We're going to start 40 seconds to find one other partner. Once you find one other partner, be prepared to ask each other questions and explain why you guys found that relationship between your two cards. On your mark, get set, go.
Gary, you're with me. You're with me. Hurry!
All right, nice job. Okay, so I see most people found a partner. I've got some singles here. All right, do I have volunteers who want to tell me their cards and explain the relationship, or tell the class their cards and explain the relationship between the two? Okay, Nina?
I have the card inverse property of addition, and Yusuf had a number plus 0 equals the same number. So inverse property of addition means if you add a number plus 0, it still be that number, and Yusuf has an example for the meaning. But then for the inverse, it's supposed to be a positive plus a negative will equal 0. But you said it the other way. You said that number plus 0 equals that number. But the inverse is a positive plus that negative number equals 0. That's what inverse of addition is.
You're supposed to be partner with these cards.
No.
Yeah.
His is opposite.
That's why positive.
Yeah, he's also there's two.
Okay, so what conclusion did you guys come to? Do you agree with them, Nina?
No.
Nina, do you agree that you should? Okay, so what was the misconception here? You read it wrong. Okay, so, but a lot of people confuse inverse and what was the other one?
Identity.
Identity property. Those are really commonly confused, so you guys did a great job working through that. Okay, so let's see. What other partnership would like to talk about what connection they made? Okay?
I have an example of the associative property, and Amin has the process of it. So, yeah, it just means the parentheses.
Doesn't matter which way you add it or multiply it, it always equals the same answer.
What do you guys think? How they do?
Yeah.
Does it work? All right. Anyone else? Okay, well, let's look at our people who did not find a partner. Arthur, what do you have?
The identity property of addition.
It's supposed to be what you said.
Okay, so we're going to switch it up again. Let's see finding groups of 4. Well, we can do this in 40 seconds, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go 40 seconds. On your mark. Get set. Go.
It's opposite. You say you
I know, but those are opposite too.
Mine was showing exactly what identity is.
have one group of 4?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about your group of 4.
Well, Daniel has the associative property of multiplication, and Denise has the example of it. And we have the example of addition, but either way, it would stay the same if it were addition or multiplication. If the answer of the
Answer is the same.
yeah.
Okay, Pedro, you have something to say about that?
It means if he's using the associative property for multiplication, he's just switching the parentheses and it will get the answer is the same as addition. It's the same for addition.
Thank
So
you.
you're adding.
Okay, well explained. Now, what other groups do I have if I don't have other groups of 4? Do I have a group of 3? Do I have people who couldn't find a partner? Okay, Pedro, you couldn't find one?
So mine is 36 plus.
Okay, Daniel, Amin, make sure you guys are focused because we're going to try and figure out where Pedro might belong.
Oh,
Okay, so,
mine is 36 plus 99 plus 64.
okay, show it to them just so they can see it. Sometimes it helps to visualize it.
That's not too
Can I see it again? Pedro, can I see it again? Pedro.
That's,
Oh.
can you, Michael, I heard you talking, but I could barely hear you. Can you speak a little louder?
I said we could be partners because I had commutative property of addition. And I was showing Pedro that we needed to show the commutative property of addition, we would have to move 36 next to 64 so we could add them first and make it easier to solve.
Okay, how does moving 36 and 64 make this problem easier to solve? Nina, you want to?
Because if you add 36 plus 64, it will equal 100 and be easier to add it with 99, so it can be 199.
Okay, Jenny, you look like you had something to say too.
If you have 64 and 36, they're compatible numbers, and they'll make the problem easier.
Okay, good. So another way to say that is they're compatible numbers. All right, we're going to start the timer again.
Somebody else will come through.
How many do we have to find? Jordan. Get over
So we're going to bring it out and make it just a little bit more challenging. You guys are going to have to now find some connections between these different properties. So actually, you guys just did this. You found connections between associative for multiplication and addition? Okay, so we're going to have to work a little harder on your explanation. So to do that, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time to talk about this. How about I give you,
A minute.
how about a minute 10?
Yeah.
So I want you to really think about your explanations and be able to defend where you are. All right, you ready? On your mark, get set.
1 minute.
Okay, one more. We need to rearrange our seats. They're gonna
Oh, you're finding a group of 6. Did I say that?
We got 5. We need 1 more. Hey, you.
Yeah. I mean,
Michael, you have to make Wait, Darren, what is yours saying? Wait, Isa, let me see that.
what do you have?
Who
has this thing like
Darren. Yeah.
Ring. Daniel, it's Daniel. Move.
Pedro, what do you have? Wait, hold up. Someone.
10 All right, now I want to talk to you now that we have some big groups here, some very big groups, we still have some outliers, and we as a class need to find a place where they belong. So we might have to make some room in our groups for them. Let's see, we have not been over in this section. So tell me about your group. How many people are in it? 4 people? All right, so tell us about it.
You only have opposite numbers in the inverse property of addition. Laser has a variable plus a negative variable equals 0. So inverse property of addition means if you have opposite number, they will always equal 0. And Michael has commutative property of addition. If it doesn't matter, because if you change it the other way around, it will still equal 0 no matter what.
Okay, that was an excellent explanation. My only concern is that the people in the library didn't quite catch it. So, I want you to tell the people in the library, I want them to be able to tell it back to us.
Naomi has opposite numbers and I have inverse property of addition. Isar has a variable plus a negative variable which equals 0, which is an example of inverse property of addition. Michael has commutative property of addition. If you switch Isar's example around, it doesn't matter because it will still equal 0 no matter what.
Okay, people in the library, do you see a place in there where you could belong? They still need 2 more people. And as a class, why don't we try and see where we can fit them? Well, first we have the commutative group. What are you guys, the associative group still?
Yeah.
Okay. What are we over here? Okay, so you're commutative of multiplication and addition. And what are you guys? You're all commutative of multiplication and addition. Oh, you're not? You're reciprocals. Okay, so Yusuf, what card do you have?
I have the example of 1,357,292.71 plus 0 equals that number.
Can anyone make a justification for putting Yusuf in one of these groups?
Order doesn't matter because if you switch it around, it'll still do the same number.
What do you guys think of that?
Yeah.
So where can we put Yusuf? Okay, Arthur, what do you have?
The identity property of addition.
So you're saying you belong over here too? All right, who's left? Derek, you're hiding. Stand up, Derek. Let's find a place for Derek. What card do you have?
Inverse property of multiplication.
All right, guys, Derek has inverse property of multiplication. Make an argument for where he should go.
You should go with Roman and Yaren because Yaren is reciprocals and the inverse property of multiplication is reciprocals.
Okay, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
You agree? Okay, so Derek, come up here with Yaren. All right, do you think we could split the class somehow into 2 big groups?
Yeah.
So far you've related commutative and, wait, have you related commutative and associative properties? No? Oh, okay. You did that earlier. Let's give you another minute 10. And let's see if we can split the class into 2 groups, somehow justifying what you do. I don't know if it's possible. Let's see if we can. You ready? On your mark. Get set. And go.
All of this shit over here.
That's one way.
All of it. Because both of them say that order them. Hey, who has ordered